Buhari almost wept while campaigning in Enugu because NAIRA then was 190 Naira to $1, says Reno Omokri. The former aide to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Reno Omokri, has shared the President Buhari's reaction in 2015 during his campaign in Enugu when the exchange rate of Naira was 190 to $1. He was reacting to a statement credited by Garba Shehu, who said on Sunday that Nigeria is in the best health against the dollar, even though the exchange rate of Naira in parallel market is 500 Naira to $1. According to the post obtained from the verified Twitter handle of Reno Omokri, he said that in 2015, President Buhari almost wept while campaigning in Enugu because Naira then was 190 Naira to $1, but today the same Naira sells for 500 Naira to $1. So in his official tweet on Twitter, these exact words, he says, the Naira now is 500 Naira to $1 and we still have 2 more years of Buhari. In 2015, Buhari almost wept while campaigning in Enugu because at that time, $1 was 190 Naira. El Rufai also lambasted Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for ruining the economy. Today, they are both quiet, raised to 500%. Hashtag table shaker. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's basically it, to be honest. I mean, the fact is, it's clear to see that, of course, the country is not in the best health. How can you just blatantly lie like that? But then again, it's like we're used to it. Does that mean we have to keep up with it? Absolutely not. And we have to make changes for that to happen. I think these people are just very comfortable because they really think that we're going to wait 2 years for Buhari to literally break down Nigeria before we react. And I think that's absolutely wrong. There is no way in the constitution which adopts democracy is it that only 4 years, that's when the people's voices can be heard, when the power actually lies in the people. So that doesn't make sense. And it's even more embarrassing because it's like, even a blind man can see that Nigeria is in a very bad situation, and then it's the lack of effort for you to not even try and package the lie. Even how disrespectful can you be to your citizens where you don't even put in an effort to sort of lie to them. You just lie and be like, you know what, whatever I give them to take, they will take it. That is very much embarrassing, very disrespectful. And it's just like, do you not value how the Nigerian people view you? Like, don't you value how you're perceived as a politician or even as a president? I mean, again, it is very embarrassing. Like, it's actually so embarrassing you can't even say anything. And again, it's just like the lack of effort in lying. You just say anything and you just expect that Nigerians will just follow with it. It does show how they do not even rate us as Nigerians. I mean, how many times do they have to prove it? It's very sad. But of course on Twitter, this is trending, and of course, Shore, or was it Shore? And he tweeted actually that on the 12th of June there's going to be like a proper national protest, and it seems like everyone is going to be involved in this protest. Basically that's it. Everyone's gonna be involved in protest, and because again we are protesting because we are not comfortable with this the style of leadership in the country. I mean, again, these politicians talk anyhow. There's absolutely no standard to how a politician should behave in this country. It is very embarrassing. And what is even more shameful is the fact that the president, after all this while, has not reacted. But then this was his reaction on Twitter. Okay, Twitter, I'm sorry, but you don't brief the people every day on screens, but then it's Twitter that you use as your avenue to address the nation. How embarrassing is that? Very much embarrassing. So his statement basically says, I received daily security reports on the attacks on critical national infrastructure, and it is very clear that those behind them want this administration to fail. Whoever wants the destruction of the system will soon have the shock of their lives. We've given them enough time. Now, first of all, let's analyze that statement. As a president, how can you say you're going to give the citizens a shock of their lives? Again, there is a way to speak. I am not saying that the man is not entitled to, not share his opinion or be disappointed or even be like, this behavior is absolutely, not acceptable. However, it is the way in which he's like, will give you the shock of their lives. It's the audacity that you have to feel like you have control over a set of people, and then you feel like you can just tell them anything and it will go, you know. So I mean, this just shows to counteract, Gabashehu's claim that, you know what, the country is not in the best healthy position. It is not healthy economically. How can a dollar be 500 naira if you compare it? And even for pounds, a pound is 700 naira. How crazy is that? And then we're saying that the economy is not deteriorating. We are in such a dire situation. I think the country is literally up in flames, but we're not feeling it. I don't know why, this is all happening, but people are suffering every single day. So it's just like, again, Ronald Murphy obviously came with the facts, and that's what we need to do. We need to record and keep tabs of what these people say, because they will keep lying and they do not care because they're shameless about it. However, when they want to resurrect themselves and, come into the public eye to basically, run for anything, we'll play their record for them and be like, this is what you said, so why should we vote for you? Because this government has to be abolished. Because again, look at somebody like Issa Pantami, who is still in government, when in a sane world, in a sane country, he would have been sacked with immediate effect, as in there is no justification, there is no need for further evidence or proof. He is gone. However, they defended him and said he was young. Meanwhile, the statements he made in relation to, terrorists, he was 33. That is counted as young in the government. So again, obviously, these examples just show how the government has just deteriorated. There is no value for Nigerian lives. I mean, there wasn't, but now it's gotten worse. And everything's just getting worse. Everything has gotten worse. And no one, I don't even know how to describe the situation. It's just so bad. It's bad, but then again, it's like, if you're going to come to Nigerians and tell them, oh, you have to wait another 2 years until you have the constitutional rights. Excuse me, the power lies in the people, and I think that we need to get that right. They've done a great job in convincing us otherwise, that the power does not lie in us, when really and truly it really does. If we want to change it, we should change it, because we decide how we want to be governed and who we want to govern us. We need to have standard. We need to have respect for ourselves. This level of mediocrity needs to stop, be abolished. It is highly embarrassing. And yeah, basically that's it. There is no way we can be in a country as embarrassing as Nigeria and we fold our hands and just let things happen. Again, unfortunately, because we have not been starting, or we did not fight earlier, the fight of course will be harder, and it's inevitable that people may lose their lives. It's sad, but it's a reality that we have to bear in mind. At the end of the day, we're doing it for the greater good of ourselves and for our future generations to come. So we must stand up. Any sort of enemy of progress, we will leave you behind. That's it. No one's gonna attack you, no one's gonna do anything. We will just leave you behind if you do not follow the movement. We are changing things, we are here to run things. But what do you think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.